Kaduna State, one of the most popular states in northwestern Nigeria, is one state that will always be relevant in the scope of things in the north in particular and Nigeria as a whole. Apart from being the capital of the old northern region, the state has always been one of the industrial hubs in the northern part of the country. Over the years, Kaduna State has become a shadow of its old self as most of the infrastructure and industries has folded up. But with the return of democratic rule in 1999, subsequent governments have made efforts to restore the state back to its original glory. Recently, when the National Good Governance Tour team led by Minister of Information Labaran Mako visited the state, some major federal and state projects that were ongoing and some completed were inspected. The first point of call was the Gurara Dam, which is mainly for power supply and irrigation until water supply to some part of the FCT was also added to it. Though the power supply part of it is still under construction, but when completed, it will boost power supply in the country.
2007, and since 2007, we've been sending water, raw water to FCT water on demand to supplement the lower Osuma Dam, which they have been using. Now, these are the basic features. Now, we want to show that approved by the council was in 2010, and which was 54.3 billion. Now, this is the cost of this project as at this stage. And now we have the reviewed estimated time to complete this project by December 2014. Now, the components, the dam, as I have said earlier, is completed. With all its components, the control, the spillway, and the power plant of 30 megawatt is also completed. We'll be able to see that. Now, the irrigation project is ongoing now. We are also working on some roads, 2 roads actually for community. So these are the basic features of this project.
In the area of agriculture, the Kubata oil palm nursery is one of the numerous ways the federal and state government is investing in agriculture for youth development and job creation in the states.
We know that agriculture is a gold mine, and the world attention is turning to agriculture. Nigeria is also keen in through the agri-transformation agenda, and particularly Kaduna State has also keyed in to the program. And one of the crops that is being promoted is the oil palm in 24 states, Kaduna State inclusive. And in 2012, based on that, we entered into an agreement with the Federal Ministry of Agriculture to raise 82,000 seedlings of Tenera variety, which is a high-yielding variety, and our source is from the National Institute for Agriculture for Oil Palm Research in Benin, where we got the sprouted seeds. And when we entered that agreement in 2013, we got funding from the Federal Ministry of Agri to raise the seedlings. The 82,000 seedlings are raised in 3 different centers. This is just one of the centers with 27,380 seedlings. And then the other center is the Kaduna Garden, where we also have equal number, and a private owner, Magino Ventures in Kachia, is also raising an equal number. So we want to see how we can get our youth back to agriculture, because they have the energy, they have the direction, they have the stamina, you know, to grow our crops and meet our needs.
The new rail transport system from Abuja to Kaduna is another way to restore the old transport system that links the north to other parts of the country.
Now, I think our client has already given us a brief about this project. I just want to add something. As big as this kind of project, we are here within even less than 3 years. We have achieved almost 70%. It's a very big achievement. Especially, I want to also mention, up till now, except that there is a small land acquisition problem for these hospitals, all the land for 186 kilometers, we had no problem for the land acquisition, which is a big achievement. I think I just want to mention this one. Secondly, with all our efforts from our client, even our consultant, Mr. Jin, and we have made a lot of achievement. This type of project, we know, even in China, within 3 years, to finish this type of project, it might be a very difficult thing. But we are here, and we have achieved this kind of things. I was happy. We have a good client, and I have a good consultant, and have all the helps from them. So that we are very sure for the next year, because our plan schedule is the end of next year, we are going to hand over this project commission, and we are very sure we are going to hand over. And also this project is going to be benefit along all the lines. Our client just mentioned there is 9 stations. Even the time will be reduced. Just now we say it's only like 1 hour, just can be in from maybe in the morning you can just sleep in Kaduna and you can walk in Abuja only 1 hour. So we are just trying to do something which can benefit our people. And I think that is what I can say. Thank you very much.
And that meeting is all about how we can fence the line. So the intention of government is to actually fence the line with a concrete wall, and that will be done. The number of passengers using the line is all depends on the configuration of the train. That is part of operation. That's right. It can take as many passengers as possible, but that one is a question of how many coaches, how many train, and the arrangement of the train, whether there are multiple trains or only one train is fully. So, and the intention of government is not actually to give it to railway corporation to work, is to concession the line after completion, so that private sector, which we believe will operate it more efficiently, will run the line, hopefully.
In education, the turnaround maintenance and provision of basic infrastructure in the 3 campuses of Kaduna State University in collaboration with TED Fund is a further testimony that the administration under Dr. Mukhtar Ramalan Yero is committed to its human resource development.
We are standing on the road that divides approximately the different phases of the development on this campus. On the left side, this side on the left, which is where the buildings were rehabilitated.
On road network and infrastructure, the Kudenda and the Komi Karatudu road network, which has opened the city for development and free movement of people, further made life easy for the people. Some of the immediate beneficiaries expressed their joy in Hausa language.
Anything ruwan sama ya zo yanzu na karafi nan ba ya haihuwa. Domin ba kare mana ba mu san ya zai zama ba. Wanda an riga an rasa, Allah sa kuma sun huta. Amma ba ma so ya kara faru. Abin da zan yace shine cewa bari a yi kokari a kamara mana aiki. A sai sarkin samari, sakataren sarkin samari Karatudu ni ne na magana. So bari a yada da taimakon jama'a a karasa mana aiki. Mun gode.
Mun yi mamaki da mun gashi don ba mu sa tamani za mu gashi na yau ba. Sai gashi mun gashi da fuska sai mu gode ma Allah ba. To addu'a mu dai a taimake mu da hanya wannan da mai karasa. Sannan muna gode ma gwamnati sosai alaida zamanin ku. Mun gode muku yayin da ku tafi Allah kai ku lafiya.
Da farko dai muna mamaki mun ga yan sanda ko ina a garin mun ce to hanya za mu kai ga kuwa amma sai mun ga da cewa wanda mu taba gani bane su ne muka gani muna ce muku sannunku da zuwa. A gaskiya mun ji daɗi wannan aikin da an fara mana. Don mun tuna kwanakin baya gaskiya mun rasa rayuka da yawa musamman a hanyar gonin goron nan. Yan wurin da suka fita su tafi hanya su dawo. Hasarori daban-daban wai sun rasa kafafunsu wai su kuma rayuka. Amma mun ba da gaskiya cewa wannan ya kai ga karshe kenan a cikin sunan Yesu. Fatan mu da addu'a mu shine mu ga an gama wannan bridge din. Kuma mu zama kamar yan small London.
We hopefully wish that the past event is the past and we have forgotten about it. But we hope that the project is being taken up now to redeem us from whatever we have ever seen.
What were the things you were seeing?
The thing we are seeing is the flood, the loss of life and properties, lots of houses, even my house here is lost. And for now, I'm grateful because it will never come to a loss again. By the completion of this occasion, we'll be so happy with our stay here. And the government has just linked us. This is a link. Romeo and here is just senior and junior brother. But we cannot meet because of the bridge. But now by the end of this time, we shall be able to communicate and meet together. And we are grateful, wishing the government a second tenure of this mission.
Initially, the industries that are producing a lot of things find it very difficult to transport their raw materials, and also the finished goods to take it out for sale find it very difficult. But now with this road now, it is being achieved very well, because the road is serving both the industrial area and the local communities.
Kaduna refinery, which is now in full operation, is also one of the benefits of the peace that has returned to Kaduna State.
Kaduna Refining and Chemical Company is about the largest strategic federal government asset and also the largest industry in this part of Nigeria. Kaduna Refining and Chemical Company was a very, very wise initiative, an idea of government to cite the hydrocarbon value addition assets in this part of the sub-region to support distribution of petroleum products, majorly in the northern part of the country. I must say that we are all excited that we're here, that we're excited to add to the list of the success stories of the federal government under the dynamic leadership of His Excellency, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
On our own part as NMPC, we are majorly and we have been working collaboratively to ensure that the supply requirements are met. We started with about 8 million liters per day and we jacked it up to 10. We're also aware that there are so many other competing needs for the kerosene. As you are aware, the same kerosene is used as aviation fuel. The same kerosene is used for road construction. So really, there are quite a number of competing needs for that.
Today, we are happy that this refinery is back working and is supplying, products to most of the northern states today, which were depending on importation in the last few years. This shows clearly that the Minister of Petroleum Resources, designing Alison Madoka, has been doing a great job, to give this country a turnaround situation. She's been up and down. She promised when the regulation was taking place to turn around the refineries, and we're beginning to see the first success story in Kaduna refinery. This is really very, very heartwarming.
In encouraging investment in the state, job and wealth creation, the Kaduna state government has also created an enabling environment for Northern Noodles Company, producers of Indomie noodles, to site their production plant in Kaduna to serve the northern region of the country. The new government house is also a huge project and when completed, will make governance easier.
focus in terms of infrastructure. We've seen focus also in terms of agriculture. It was misleading to hear that the Kaduna State government was not focused on agriculture. I'm happy that the Special Assistant to the President of the Implementation did refer to our visit to Kubacha, which is the oil nursery farm that the Kaduna State government is seeking to plug in on the agenda for oil palm production. Kaduna, of course, has been identified as one of the 24 states in the Federation that produce palm oil for this country. And going through the entire value chain, upstream and downstream, and a lot of jobs are, of course, created in this process.
We will also want to commend the state government, because one thing that is standing him out is that there is clear continuity of programs, and continuity is very, very, very important. So we have seen him commit himself to complete. The government has to complete the hospital, the specialist hospital, which is a PPP arrangement, and I can tell the people of Kaduna that already we have approved the money from the AGP to complete that hospital, and I'm sure that when that is facilitated, the hospital will be completed. We have seen the new estate for civil servants, which people have already discussed. We have then seen the Patrick Yakowa Road, which was started by the late Patrick Yakowa, and the big bridge on that road, the fourth bridge, as built, well-built road. Starting with Makadimi up to now, there has been, if you look at what democracy has done in Kaduna State in the last 10, 13 years, you must admit, look at the road infrastructure was started by Makadimi administration to almost all the rural areas of the state, and also the big water project.
Our main focus in Kaduna State is the issue of security. It is our responsibility to provide security. It is our responsibility to provide peaceful coexistence among our people, despite all the diversities and all the challenges. So anybody that wants to develop and also add value to what he has seen, he doesn't need to rush himself. You need to take your time, understand the situations, know what is there. The cabinet, which was constituted last week, and let's see how we can move forward and contribute positively to the development of Kaduna State. It is always important to be steady, slow and steady for progress, instead of rushing and at the end of the day to crash. So I prefer to be slow, steady, observe, and also get meaningful contribution.